Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be reviewing the best trade setups of October 17th, as well as the trades I took, and a personal reflection of my own trading day. So the day started out trending down in pre-market, and we formed this orange channel along with this white tapered channel. And I took the more aggressive entry on the break. This wick here formed the right shoulder, and I took the break here, but and I protected the trade once it hit the white channel by setting it to break even. And it went up and tagged my break even. It was about maybe 2-3 tick loss, so just about break even. But yeah, that was the first trade. It was early candles, nothing special, lots of big movement. Just hoping I could maybe catch one of those explosive moves to the downside or upside right in the early morning, but didn't happen. So it is what it is. Trade number 2. This was when I kind of had to stop myself because I knew I was taking too many trades kind of too fast and with very weak sort of microstructures, one candle confirmations. Look, we made this sort of cup here, even though you can't really call it a cup, and then we had this one candle handle or whatever it is, and I immediately shorted, and that ended up being, and the Nasdaq was looking very weak and breaking down a 2 Fridays lows, but this is just not a good structure, right? There's not a deep enough controlled buying channel, right? Forming some sort of liquidity building and then a breakdown, and that's sort of where I messed up. Is I just wanted to get in. I was kind of too rushed, and I was really hoping I could catch that early move. So it really wasn't all that great. And after this, I took a pretty extended break because I was like, this is not how I want to be trading. I'm lucky to take a break even and a small loss, but I want to really be patient with my entries here. This was the other trade, which was honestly a little frustrating. I had entered on the break here of the yellow tapering channel, which was Eric's teal, from what I remember, the controlled selling. However, right when I had bought, there was as I was going to click my mouse on the button, there was that sort of, and there was no reaction. There was no time for me to react to it. It was like a split-second thing, but the price had spiked right out, right the exact second I bought, and I ended up getting a terrible fill. The green circle is where I clicked it. However, my fill was so bad that it said I was automatically 4 or 5 ticks down the second I entered the trade, and immediately started rejecting, as you can see with that upper wick. So I scratched the trade pretty immediately right here, even though my original stop was below this red candle, right? So my stop was below that wick of this candle, the red hammer doji, and that stop would have saved me. It was never triggered, right? We never went below that area. So this would have been a very beautifully profitable trade. However, I scratched the trade. I was just I messed up the execution a bit, and I also got a little emotional with the slippage, and I was just I don't want to be messing with this. It's already, inverse head and shoulder forming this sort of bull flag here, right? There's the bull move, and here we get the pull with the inverse head and shoulder, but it's a little choppy, and I was just I don't want to deal with this, right? So, if I'm going to be honest, an emotional exit, really. I should have just stuck with the original stop, and I would have made money, but that's how it is. Really, just that slippage made me think okay, I don't want to be in this. That was just a bad execution. I'm done. The next trade, I had these really nice. Well, this was a great trade. This one I have not much to say about it in the sense that I feel like I did what I needed to do. I had these tapered white channels, correct? And this was only after we broke this orange one and we began to trend down, taper, and then we broke here out of this. Let me change the color. We broke out of this controlled selling, which was the same controlled selling we had here, right? And the same controlled selling we had here. But I did not expect this to break to the downside, and when I saw this, I wouldn't take this trade, even though, yes, it broke out of like if you wanted a very aggressive entry, it broke out of this white buying channel, right? That's a very nice break. And then there's that sort of double confirmation of not only it broke out of the white buying algo, but it broke out of this blue controlled selling channel. So break below. Now your sellers are really showing some strength, and we have this liquidity building here, which is the right shoulder of this left shoulder with this larger head and shoulder. And I entered right there on the break. And that was a great trade because this was 5 DMA and the Eric's orange level. So there was a lot for me to kind of just be like, all right, I'm done. And yeah. So, and I prepared for this far in advance. I had drawn this out a long time ago. I waited for the break. I waited for the retest. I was patient, blah, blah, blah. You know, so yeah, pretty good. Now let's go over these. Lots of really nice setups today. If you were aggressive, if you were waiting for these to play out with the algos and the structures, and you were patient, you would have been rewarded very nicely. So we start out, trending down in pre-market. However, we pretty quickly start to taper, right, from this aggressive blue selling channel to the magenta, or to this teal one, right, that I'm outlining here. And you could buy, there's this inverse head and shoulder here that began to form, and I think some people really did. This is right on the breakout of this blue algo, and then we break out again of this tapered teal algo with that head and shoulder with strong close, and we get that continuation, and then we continue upward in this orange channel, right? And that's really nice, like just that strong movement upward on both ends, holding us up, and then we touch it here, and then we also start to form this tapered white right here, right? This tapered white channel, and then we finally get our touch of the orange channel, which is from here, copy pasted from here, with that same controlled teal, right? Which is from here, which was, I believe, Eric's magenta, and we also begin to form the inverse head and shoulders, right? Like I explained earlier, the bull flag. And you could enter here on the breakout, and you wouldn't have gotten stopped if your stop was here, or you could enter here, and it would have been fine. You would have made money. So yeah, that was a nice trade, and beautiful continuation, guiding you all the way up, right, in this orange channel. And then we finally break the orange channel, yet we're still held by Eric's magenta and my teal algo here, right? That's holding us very nicely, right? It's the exact same from here, same algos. However, this time we have a break of this white channel, right? And we have this red algo breaking us out. This red algo, this red selling channel, finally has the strength to take us out, and it breaks us out not only of this key area here, which could be a very aggressive entry, but it also breaks us out of this larger white selling channel right there, right, which was from here. So there's that, and then finally, after we get this nice breakout, this looks very controlled and very just choppy, boom, 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 boom. However, we come up and we test the breakout point right here, the exact same spot where bears sold aggressively last time, and then we form one rejection and another rejection off it, a double top head and shoulders pattern within the exact same white right here controlled buying algos from earlier. So we have this really beautiful lineup where it's the exact same white buying algo that was confirmed to be broken out of by the bears, controlled. We have left shoulder head double top forming above VWAP, right shoulder on the break forming that beautiful breakdown, also retesting the exact same point where bears sold aggressively last time. So yeah, that concludes